Assalamu alaikum. UDP forever 100%. Ngamu be kontong itol ni kontong bu ñaar ngola. Ka kontong ro flo na formula admiti mola. Nte kan te moro si se jamani ni kontong bake na bari muso nansi jata ni kontong aning jatu jaju ngal kontong bake na terma tamba kamara ni kontong bake aning bitanke floli. Bunja konta anin kal dete kaba ngal konton bake na formula alfal ni diam lal be konton kabo mbari musul la jena ba jallowol kata fo kumba dansowol ngal be konton na make wali ngi fanan konton malikul seku ngal be konton atondi abubakar konta nge fanan konton bake anin koto ke demba konta ngal konton bake na konton robe molbe na broda yusfa nuyu naa la trop ak sen victory bi Banjul North mang la si gërëm di la si congratulate daal kontaan naa trop momo be yin forumu kono jang na broda ngalas tamin dundi kan jang sol ngi fanan kontom na konton robe mo be ngamin tofo mamin tofo alonko na konton robal be bi natale pour ka kacha sutunke after this parliamentary election ntela jero to nte ñaaje ñaamin laftana la nga kacha wala politically wala na bi na kacha be fanna min na wala UDP MPP aning independent candidate will be wala nanko today's topic to UDP MPP and all the independent candidate the way forward politically and democratically. Sign presidential election o bantale, parliamentary election o abantale, local government election o tutaje, that's local government. Bari banku maro executive o leka woke aning legislature kolom national assembly o leka banku mara politically and democratically. Wolketela banta. So now what is the way forward with the reality nga minshoto in Gambia today? But janimbe dunna na kacha kono mbella fila tenturoni jairo dila Gambia dingol la UDP dingol aning Gambia dingol mini cartel fay independent candidate ye MPP bali ye UDP bali bari yadi independent candidate la wo Gambia dingol lafta tentro nin jairo di la wolle la follow wollom Gambia la hero ti bi momo wulta alfa lombang kebal lombang dindingol lombang fondinke lombang musuka furinke ñi sunkaro kono ye wuli yeta polling station olto ye MPP bali cartela Banjul KMC West Coast aning some part Badibu aning other parts Kiang aning CRR some parts mini cartel for United Democratic Party aning mini cartel for independent candidate ye wolom Gambia la hero di bi lafta tendro ni jairo di la wo molela katu bi kolea kube molkan wolle wulta iko kolea kuntu ye molta e karte fay patil minister lono ye national assembly to ye lual de da lual mini ben tankala woto wollom Gambia la hero ti bi lafta tentro ni jairo di la walla ni mbota woto ngata na local committee to UDP la committee mimbe bakaw ila chairman ba la nyaton kayato mbasire sawol kata chairmanol mini bebe je mini bebe bakaw kati la campaign manager to min ketam fonkoto dudu kasa jatati katana MP ba fongoto min keta honorable Assane Touré ke be tentu yo kato minke fo bi mol nati danku ilano e carte di la ko i lafta la nyami aning all the committee min be Gambia be kono Banjul KMC West Coast and Gambia tundo UDP la committee membal be committee chial ni ya kompinul katentro ni ya jay role dila nugo bota je UDP la central committee min be nyinka possible tano min be nyin candidate londino sonka manke nyo saba manke nendir manke wo central committee ila doku kendo ni la nyaton kaya kona ning na party la executive committee anin party la leadership kabo honorable Ousainou Darboe fomo labango wo committee kono ibe la katakuo bi wole nying victory di United Democratic Party la woto ajartale ka wol tentu ke jayi bawo itollom ko nyaton kolti ntolmu diyamulal ni kido juto samatul leti bari nyini min ye la hajul bula ye kato beke fo e nyin kol londino fo moli wakilta ka fintino kata ka carte fay woto wol nyanta tentulale ye jayi nyim victory ta kelano itol na pati nyaton kol koma na local committee koma aning na surrogate sul na supportal the grassroots woto kanyin tenturota kanyin audio create ka di bela momo ye fonje kono salon ko momo la kataku wala nyim victory na fe bi me duale nyin sunkaro horomoto fo inatol mu kuo kuti ala sa ke carte fay dingol wo pati nyaton kol wo chairmanol wo committee li ay kompinol bo e ka few fen dua ala bulu fo ala sa ke la nyin kataku kendo to ye gambianul nyaafita nyin sunkar ba kono na bataay lafta talala kaduwe sima ya bani jata kende aning harje firmola ye mira strategically pour ite fongola legacy ite president Barrow ite fongola legacy nyim pati mi alon ko ibota wolto wo pati wala tinna bi iketa president oti katu wala fulo yake candidate oti fo coalition member sonte yake candidate oti I winta as a coalition leader but it started from United Democratic Party ita kita wolto yesa no tombo kuya keta mi ye kuya dundin tema woliman place dila no na manke IEC nung IEC la nying register la nying tapale ya carte fayo ata continue la no so ikane simni in a higher host expecting ko what happened in 2021 wala be kila kote in 2026 after this parliamentary election ay silo walang ay tandila overwhelming majority 50% of the electorate by living damning KMC West Coast and in Banjul you can only secure one seat Gambia ka koleale ka lafa so MPP nim President Barrow have to sit and re-strategize the way forward UDP have to sit and re-strategize the way forward. And the way forward is not a mere rhetoric. It has to be strategical. You have to secure absolute majority either with the opposition parties, ale absolute majority soto, ale loi legislate, ale decide budget will be kala nyaming. If you can secure that. If securing that with the opposition is extremely difficult, then MPP is there. MPP mu UDP too late. MPP mu UDP tulet. Then Sabalining President Barrow would sit face to face, or Sabalining MPP la rep, maybe represent la, would sit face to face and put a deal on the table to guarantee a stable government, to have a plan of economic growth in our country, to have a plan to cut nying expenditure domorol la da kolea ye lual deda lual mi yatina domorol mini kana Gambia kono level mini be kan ye tala pour banku dingol ye nafa soto je ye ferol deda mini be industrial na fe la jang light scale industry pour ka job create funding kelie yinom the way forward politically. United Democratic Party nyanta tamala nyinnela. In a parliamentary system, the only important thing in parliament system will absolute majority. Absolute majority nim moli ma dila, nim banku dingol ma dila. Ya di minila wale ka negotiate, wale ka nyo kango nganya. Ye dilo stroke, ye ke partnerty to guarantee economic growth. Iba yala ko foreign investor ni be banko rate la. Ibe kudo jibe la wolom how stable is the government. For is a weak government mi yalon ko anala budget ata pass la no namanta bori independent killing walia ibe be different conditional folai nim voting sita is ka blackmail yalo what is a weak government than a sincere strong political party mi yalon ko ni la signature ke when you stroke a deal with them to guarantee absolute majority. Any budget, it will need by discourse la, it will economic, finance minister, and party la economic spokesperson. Party la economic plan, and economic plan. You must stroke a deal because saying is about our country, it's not about your parties anymore. Saying how can you contribute to make economic growth in the country, to bring stability in the country, to bring peace in the country. Because IEC have declared Barrow winner, the electorates of Banjul, KMC and West Coast have give their trust to United Democratic Party. Nyinom tonyati bi. Woto saying almo tonyalta ale doko kala. Kafuko UDP mu MPP jawolti or MPP mu UDP jawolti, that's in the past. Ntolbe we are radical campaign wato. But campaign of Bantale saying there is nothing radical in us. All we are looking at ulo mimbe Gambia nafala. Mimbe yuruani nyatuta nafila bankoka. Politic party leka woke. Chief executive woleka execute. Woleka minister lekata ya implement. But politic party la decision olom ani bita loan tala. Nim banko law maker malafi. Atakela. Woto loi deda lal politician wolle tamu bankoti. No mini absolute majority soto wolle la kango ka law. So be left wole fola kaitandi ko nying election results o koto moment. Wolom parti kilinta Gambia mi absolute majority soto. Woto patil be strategically they should think how to secure absolute majority. President Barrow is the president. You don't have absolute majority. Italianyanta approaching Kela. Approach UDP, have a table discussion, and have a plan. UDP, lenyanta opposition party ndingol be commandila. Because atelefona mu wala kibati. And have a plan to secure absolute majority to rule our country. Because tolma la fi few fenna na manke economic growth, job creation, good healthcare, good infrastructure. Gambia fana wole deserve sign. Gambia mang nyo nengoni, nyo bayoni, nyo soroni, nyo fani. No, we passed that. President Barrow, we passed that. Audio file abe jamvakang ngalo nying kacha memuru na kan ko tem puru ka kono fanundi ning dunda min kasida yako boy ni nyentalom aliu jamme. So saying strategically, what are we going to use our MPs for? Ning President Barrow if suggest or MP if suggest nga agents. Follow the way forward. No, that cannot be the way forward. The Gambian people have spoken. Gambia dingol dia mutale yela cartel di mo be ala position olon nesai. UDP ning MPP were bitterly rivals because President Barrow break away from UDP. So Okam Fabe UDP dingo bela, including myself. But Cartier Faitale saying na Gioming na Holandi Konga. Saying the way forward. The way forward pro UDP and in President Barrow. In me alonko UDP 1 ni UDP 2 long. Kuma kolongol botak mo kilingol dal konole bari Gambia dingol ye wo watajo baile. Saying forget about those bad things minifota. Say let's concentrate on Gambia. For Gambia domoro la yin kolea membeke mbabula la kontina itabang. For mbe parliament grubol sotola mi yalon ko nyin kole akole aba danna no molye fombe parliament grubol sotola mimbe lual dedala mimba tinna ning banku dingol fintite ko be la nyantol tala police wolta borle kay ka tia gasul faykan nyin national assembly le so lual deda no police bi ka lual deda banku kan minister bi ka lual deda banku kan en ning UDP la MP na grupo aning independent wol nga absolute majority soto wala ning MPP nga absolute majority soto amanke ko MPP lafta kuol min na wada malbe kela hani abika ke wonyama akake negotiation oleti ye janta nga janta ye jammuta nga jammuta power sharing government kasoto wole kono ntol manta feng advocate la mi yalonko abekela democracy tanoleti no because ntol ke baatale ntol manna do ku nyin la jam manta la do ku nyin la jam nko Gambia nol be bata min kono nga hakilol tamandi fo isabono bata kono ICA election results will for nko election results will nin tilingo manta nganna dalilol fo parliamentary election onata vindicate so nga nyin nombal min soto nga use wisely lata ko IC la register tinyaro min ketaje nga parliament group soto mimbe absolute majority londela no ay loi deda loi mi yalonko register sa keno atra tapale yaman soto je atra luntamma deda atra moma soto ning alkali attestation ola ñini be ka kele ñini be mu loi leti ñini be mu loi leti president Barrow sontala wo aman songala wo ning absolute majority sontala National Assembly wala be kena luati woto mbe démocratie le kono manta sila koten tala election o tambitale nka election dole batu manta fula mole finti kata guerre la fo demonstru president oji hani manta wol kela wol be tambitale sai min tutaje the way forward wolom yetara banda o yetara formoto yetara kuma kolengo fola president wala MPP wala UDP wala parti doye o mine falen o man fem falen o matina domorol da jita o matina luasul da jita o matina essence da jita mbe tula kuma kolengo le fola nyoy bang mbe tarla kuma kolengo le fola MPP bang hani MPP mini kuma kolongol fo mini president no convince fa bota UDP kono wolbe malutale bi wolbe be malubungol to bi sai ala na wokelo kele sai UDP politique patilti UDP manke fitina patiti wala UDP manke julujo patiti politique patilo sai banku dingol ye sirangol le di UDP la nyin sirangol UDP man absolute majority soto nani independent ol sita sa absolute majority soto nani MPP sita sa absolute majority soto ndung MPP president Barola interest lom pour ay banko stable lingo mara ni tela interest mu ka banko stable lingo mara fo janni tela wato banna because by data wala mimba ni la wato ta banna momo sita president yala ila wato be bannale bar janni la wato bango tema mistake ol miniketa is a be rectified nole with absolute majority with one person that you negotiate with along with one party then you have 10 independent individually ni isonta bi soma ye blackmail ni nyindo sonta sinindi nyindo balang ni do mandindi nyindo la nyindo ko if do mandindi ala bawo ngamil long president fonka ki tukule so bari UDP mota o dukula no woto inyateling ila kola yaje ko nyim mol mini be ka fe non ko UDP bula ibe man siran kelendila no West Coast nin KMC nin Banjul e tuje ko surwal ka me ye kabu nahari ye mira strategically the way forward politically in a democracy multi-party democracy parliamentary system will be England parliamentary system will be Nigeria parliamentary system will be Ghana parliamentary system will be Sierra Leone parliamentary system wolom lual ning budget o kata National Assembly sembo be wolle bulu amantra executive o bulu wala amantra king bulu wala queen num parliamentary system ay standing order lesutu ala standing order wolom absolute majority rule le bije lual doli super majority rule le bawto bi mota fulano ibe president no impeach la what is off the table because we don't have the numbers to impeach a sitting president. Mi alonko I almost 18 soto plus 5 nominated, about 23 MP le soto la. So that is almost impossible unless and until ala MP li yake ko na runaway MP li minke ye MPP abandon yetake independent oti wodum womanke easy task ya manke something mi alonko as a soto no. So impeachment process you land off the table. Sa ye concentrate absolute majority. Absolute majority pour ye budget au pass no. Absolute majority pour ye lual de dano. Nga kumale suggest no UDP ko ye committee soto. Committee mi alon ko wole be responsible la National Assembly matters la. Ko executive e minister soto nyaming mim responsible ta National Assembly matters la. UDP as the biggest opposition party should have a committee that is responsible of National Assembly matters. Ngamin suggest je wolom Honorable Momodou Sabaleti ay committee head committee mi yalon ko wolebe kela party central committee ni executive ni National Assembly member o committee le betarle tema to negotiate, to strategize how to guarantee absolute majority to rule Gambia, because me absolute majority should wolebe Gambia marala. Me absolute majority soto wala be budget o decide la mimbe kela budget. Me absolute majority soto wala be loi legislate la. Because loi kataning absolute majority la. So group fulale be National Assembly to mini kumayata. Olom UDP aning independent candidate only aning MPP. So strategy be kila minati nenela kacha kono na independent forum molto jannim parliamentary election be sila mko ya alal hakilutu Gambia buko UDP 1 ani UDP 2 wala be mararola ani sai mko ko UDP 1 wala UDP originality Honorable Hussein Dabola Nyaton Kayato, UDP 2, wolom President Barrow, anin na runaway UDP nkole midi pisalta. Nyin lebe siring seat of power, anin bi. Woto alal hakilotu. Ndum politiko nga milonje, politiko mam permanent enemy soto, amam permanent friend soto. Politiko mu, interest letting. What is in the interest of NPP and what is in the interest of UDP and what is in the interest of independent. Miye independent wala kukolea itolmu mo jamaleti fo mo say fo mo tambang ni ibemu independent wala. If you want to stroke a deal with them, that means you have to go and convince them one by one. Wale independent wala kukolea. But if you want to stroke a deal with MPP, because MPP with UDP have absolute majority in the National Assembly. MPP and UDP, they secure absolute majority in the National Assembly. So, meminekela mbenyole singo kolobos labang from beterlanyo. No, that's not the way forward. The way forward, what is in the best interest of Gambia? The best interest for Gambia be to have a stable government. niamoy a stable government in a parliamentary system ika mimira manke ko mansakunda mi kodo soto no want a stable government in a parliamentary system. A stable government in a parliamentary system is a government that secured absolute majority in the National Assembly. Niamoy ko weak government lom nyinti rek isalo wo government abe depending molle kang mi yati nako ni wo mol chenta government ka boile ika vole weak government. A strong government is a government that secure absolute majority in the National Assembly. So niye President Barola nombal jibe wo 18 MP 𝐼𝐶 because the way they demarcate, you know, CRR, URR, you know, ye cool demarcate je nyame mansa konko, you know, janjamburewol, ye demarcate nyame, nying IEC ning former President Jammele Akawo nyama, pour ñing kam may sa over representation also in the National Assembly because wolmu community leti mini alon ko they were pro Jamme and the same community like change saying they are pro MPP. So ñimbebe IEC la tilimbal yalle kono ila feroli pour ka molla will some vent. Niajibe in West Coast and KMC majority voted for UDP, but it gave us only like how many, maybe 12, 11 seats. So wolbemu strategy leti to undermine the will of the people. Near President Barrow nala support al GP, the whole KMC, Banjul, West Coast, Kabo, Lamin Jatawol, Unda Nyawol, all of them, killing TJ Miye Sir and killing win no President Barrow. Woka mi itandi wolom wolimang influence to kamoli pass weight, kamoli convince to support President Barrow. So majority of Gambians are against President Barrow. So the way forward politically be, United Democratic Party must look at its number, MPP must look at its number, independent candidate must look at their number. Because none of the party have absolute majority to rule Gambia to have a broad, stable government. UDP masoto, MPP masoto, independent candidate masoto. Ndung tolbe democracy le kono ikafo mi ye parliamentary system. Nim parliamentary system means ko ka Gambia mara sembeta mola pour ka Gambia mara ni loi ni démocratie la na manke na National Assembly wolle sembo soto ka Gambia la budgeto pass wolle sembo soto ka loi deda wolle sembo soto ka loi kurungol bondi president ma sembe soto chief justice ma sembe soto alkali ma sembe soto, minister ma sembe soto, ñin MP li nga cartel fay mini wolle wo sembo soto. Woto ndum wo sembo abikatani wuro la, abikatani ñonango la, abikatani ño kajafo la. Akatale politically. Akatale with political skills, political strategy to guarantee absolute majority in the National Assembly. B, the results min fintita democratically be UDP is the biggest winner because UDP wole la MPL bay wasa baliya kan wo MPL be nata lose woka mina yitandi electoral mang lafi mola min mang wasa ulatina ye be punish e be lose te tata woda mamu victory lati pour UDP. The other victory pour UDP wolom President Barrow man siran kili win no nyen tundu kuma saboli kan fo siran kili ufana mu victory lati mimu less of a victory ti pour UDP wolom kabribe siring in the government 2017 ye 31 seat le win sign emo opposition ulti ye 16 le win, and that is the highest number United Democratic Party nene minsoto as an opposition. Kabringi ini ya jamea ke nene ma wosoto, nene ma even half of that sort. Woto UDP be victory le kono. UDP ku nene ma jole ketaye. Ngamu ile mulka fo ha ilus talebawo ibenun 31 le say nada 16. Ibenun 31 le yosotole as an incumbent. Otaimu UDP be mansa kundale kono honorable na party leader lom foreign minister ti. Na finance minister mu UDP called local government mu UDP called. Because of that, they could have 31. B was be MPP lekono, and they don't have 31, and they don't have the most important, the most populated areas. Mo also don't know as an incumbent president. What UDP lose the number minna, woman significant min kumayata wolom MPP la lusoti nyindula kumaldo. What was saying, minimum the way forward politically. Yo, ni bodo odo ngana na topico fungo to be, mimu UDP, MPP, and in all the independent candidates, kabrim boda nyim parliamentary election okono. Results will mini fintita. Ye minefo democratically the way forward. Election results I kufula indicate. I mean follow indicate wolom ntoliminko presidential election o mantani silula. I am kamo jamfande I am vindicate ko. Yes, irregularity lekeda jemi atina presidential election belief tako amantani silula. Ni political history jibe dunia kono. This is the first time in world history an incumbent president, a sitting president, another political party, you contest parliamentary election is general election, amanke by election. Is general election like the presidential election is also a general election. You contest with your party. Seat of power bedaming in Banjul. In 3 constituencies, you lose it all. Yebotoeta Kanifing, the most dented, populated area in the land, with 7 constituencies. Ye candidate Londa Beto, you lose it all. Yeboto yeta the biggest region in our land, that is the West Coast region. Kabo karton fo koy fo jana tondi foni min bebe West Coast kono. Ye candidate Londa Beto 11, you lose all except for one. Wonene man soto bankuto dunia kono. Dami yalon ko demokrasi wala katama je. Multi-party democracy wala katama je. Ya be lose. Anena manke Jawara la, anena manke ya Jammeh, akita President Barrow la. And that's a clear message. Ni KMCGB, ye West Coast ning KMC combined. The amount of electorate, quartier five dingo mimbe West Coast ning KMC combined is more than half of all the electorate in the country. Nene ya kumu kacha janne, kafuko demarcation o kita nyaming, ye constituency demarcate nyaming, nying IEC mintamal lela. Ye KMC ning West Coast, we are underrepresented because we have half of all the electorates in the country. We have half of all the electorates in the country. But our representation is only 18 seats, 11 in West Coast and combining for Be combined. It's about 11 or 12, KMC base 7. And we represent half of the population. Nyinatina the victory for President Barrow, Nyajibe ay dulal dolu win, molmimbe o constituency to, wolnim bakaula polling station killing na kanyanda, the whole constituency. Wonim bakaula polling station killing, bakauye almost 25 polling station lesson with only one representation. So we are heavily underrepresented according to the population. Nimbe democracy, yalon ko nakacha, the way forward politically and democratically. Until after democratic representation, you represent democratically. Wolom molye candidate also to National Assembly to according to the size of their constituencies. You know, ntela argument uti before. So say ni ajibe President Barrow ikaye 18 MP lesoto. But ni in 18 MP ni scrutinize a winter tundul minto. Ye be compile, ye be la nyokang. The number hadama dungo mimbije, it will be less than 1/3 or less than quarter of the total voter register. Ni President Barola 18 MP BGB. Ye la number be compile. It will be constituency minute. Nia mo BGB. The total voter register, it will be less than 1/4 of the total voter register. Because West Coast ning KMC Dama is half among French vote. So the other half, aning independent uli waletala, aning UDP dul talaje, aning NRP dul talaje, NRP four sotoje, doye killing sotoje wuli, and other candidates. So that half of the electorates, Ming Mantra, West Coast ning KMC, President Barrow Gilda Male win. Niewu Moli Jibe. Niala Nombal Jibe is very easy. I can even do that myself. Nombal for. It's less than quarter of the electorates.